Okay, this lesson is over solving two-step equations. So if you'll turn to your notebooks on page 19, on the notes side of page 19, I want you to write these notes. These are the steps for solving two-step equations. Step 1 is to add or subtract. Step 2 is to multiply or divide. Now, we've talked about these key concepts when we were solving one-step equations. Same key concepts still apply. Remember that you're working backwards by performing the opposite operation. Remember that you have to keep the equation balanced. So what you do to one side of the equal sign, you have to do to the other side of the equal sign. And we're going to show our algebraic step each time. So pause it if you need to and get those steps and those notes written down. And then when you've gotten them written down, go over to the other side of page 19 and give yourself your two columns, teacher, student. And let me show you how these steps look. Okay. First one. 4x plus 3 equals 15. Alright? The first step is to add or subtract. Remember, you're doing the opposite of whatever you see here. The opposite of adding 3 is subtracting 3. So I'm going to subtract 3 from both sides of the equal sign. Alright, when I do that, this and this will cancel, leaving me with 4x on this side. Now, 15 minus 3 is 12. So now I've got 4x equals 12. I'm still not done. There's a second step, because remember, I'm trying to get x by himself. Right now, x is attached to that 4, and I need to get rid of that 4. The opposite of multiplying by 4 is dividing by 4 on both sides. When I do that, 4 divided by 4 cancels out, leaving me with x, and 12 divided by 4 is 3. Okay? So you can do this one on the student side. 10x minus 6 equals 14. Right? Remember, the opposite of what's there is your first step. The opposite of subtracting 6 is adding 6 to both sides. Okay? And then your second step will be to divide by 10. But you need to show the algebraic step, just like I did with number 1. Alright? Number 2 on the teacher side. Negative 2x minus 4 equals negative 2. First step, according to your notes, is to either add or subtract. I see subtraction right here. The opposite of subtracting 4 is adding 4. So I'm going to add 4 to both sides. Negative 4 plus 4, that cancels, leaving me with negative 2x on this side. And then I've got negative 2 plus 4. Now, negative 2 and positive 4, those are different signs. Different signs subtract. So, if I subtract 4 minus 2, I get 2, and it's positive because I've got more positives than I do negatives. Okay, now we're ready for step 2, because I don't want to know what negative 2x equals. I want to know what just 1x is equal to. So I've got to get rid of that negative 2 that's attached to the x. Right now, that negative 2 is multiplied by x. The opposite of multiplying by negative 2 is dividing by negative 2. These are going to cancel, leaving me with x equals, and 2 divided by negative 2. If you do the division, it goes one time, and then my answer is negative because I've got different signs. Remember, with multiplication and division, it's the cops and gangster stuff, or you could use this visual. But I've got one positive and one negative, So that makes my answer negative. Right, so on the student side, you all can do, let's do 5x plus 1 equals negative 14. Now be careful and follow your integer rules when you do this one. Subtract 1 from both sides. When you subtract 1 over here, you've got same signs. Same signs, add and keep. So what you're going to have over here is negative 15. Be careful with that. I'm not going to finish it. You can finish it. Right? Let's do this one. 4 plus 3x equals 13. Now this one looks a little different because I didn't start with my x. I started with my plain number. Okay, this is what I have to get rid of first. Okay, I have to get rid of this plus 4. Now, a lot of students look at this and they see the addition and they want to oh no, that is right. You want to subtract 4 from both sides because the opposite of adding 4 is subtracting 4. So 4 minus 4 is 0. Now I'm left with 3x equals, and what's 13 minus 4? 13 minus 4 is 9. Now this is 3 times x. The opposite of multiplying by 3 is dividing by 3. So x equals 9 divided by 3 is 3. Okay, let me give you another one over here on your student side. Let's do negative 5 plus 2x equals negative 5. Now, this is what I wanted to talk to you about. Do you see how this is an addition sign? And a lot of students see this and they want to do the opposite of adding, which is subtracting. But remember, the sign or the operation of the number comes in front of it, not behind it. This is a negative 5 or a minus 5. So you've got to get rid of this negative 5. The opposite of minus 5 is plus 5. You're going to have to add 5 on both sides to get this one started. I'm going to let you finish. Okay? You need to do these 3 problems and come into class tomorrow with them completed, and we'll check them before you have your lesson quiz. All right.